Good morning, guys. It's another beautiful day here in Honolulu, Hawaii. I am living in the real paradise. It's not right around the corner. Paradise is the life right here, right now. It's a life that God has given to us in the present day. It's not in the future. It's right here, right now. If you have air in your lungs, your heart is still beating, you are in paradise. All right? I hope everyone is enjoying their weekend. There's something that's been on my mind for the longest. Starting to become an obsession. So when you wake up from this cult, the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, you do your research, you realize that your entire life was a lie, right? Of course, you want to help wake other people up as well. You want other people to do their research so that they don't have to waste their entire life waiting on this paradise pipe dream that's never going to happen, right? So I did my research, I woke up, and the first thing I wanted to do was help my Jehovah's Witness family and friends to wake up also. I know that I personally can't wake them up. All I could do is encourage others to do their research, because we know that once you do your research, you are bound to wake up eventually, right? Everyone is different. Some people, I heard stories where people woke up, they started to do the research, they woke up in a few days, some people a few weeks, some people a few months, because that indoctrination is strong. The brainwashing is real. It's real, guys, especially when you're born and raised like I was, right? So like I said, everybody's different. Some people, when they do their research, they wake up in a few days, a few weeks, a few months. Everyone is different, right? But the point is, as long as you wake up, it don't matter how long it takes. As long as you wake up, that's the most important part. Because life is precious. Or in reality, who wants to waste their life waiting on a pipe dream that's never gonna happen, right? Now, my brother got married back in 2017, right? He had a destination wedding in Puerto Rico. A beautiful area in Puerto Rico, right? Beautiful. I remember me and my mom was at the beach talking and walking. She happened to glance at the sunset, right? It was an epic Kodak moment. Just me and my mom talking, and she started to cry, right? I said, "Mom, why are you crying? What's going on? Your eyes are teary." She said, "This is so beautiful. I can't believe I'm here." She said, "It feels like paradise." I wanted to say to her, I said, "Mom, you could have always been doing this. You could have always been traveling, but you've always been busy preaching, preparing for your meetings, going to the meetings." You see, guys, my mom has never really enjoyed her life as a witness. She's never traveled because she has the mindset of, I'll travel in paradise. I'll live my life when paradise comes. But in the meantime, I'm going to give this organization everything I got. And going back to me waking up, of course, my mom was one of the first people I've spoken to when I woke up. Because my mom is what you call a devout Jehovah's Witness. She is devout. So if my mom is living a lie, obviously I'm going to want to tell her about it. I don't want my mom to pass away dying believing in this paradise pipe dream, right? And I knew that it was going to be a difficult task. But I said, you know what? I'm going all in. We have one life to live. I'm not holding back. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to tell my family the truth about the truth no matter what happens. No matter what happens. I honestly believe that if you're being upfront and honest with somebody, even if they don't want to hear it, right? You should never, ever have to live with that regret. Like to this day, I have no regrets. Because in my heart, I knew I did the right thing by trying to encourage my Jehovah's Witness family and friends to wake up, right? But it pains me. It pains me that Jehovah's Witnesses they would rather die believing in a pipe dream instead of doing beneficial, life-saving research, right? Because this research, when you do your research on this religion, when you allow yourself to be open-minded and to think objectively, right? And you say to yourself, you know what? There's a lot of things that don't quite add up in this religion. The Jehovah's Witness religion, as we know, it's not the same religion as it was back in the 80s and 90s. It's not the same. It's a completely different religion. And when you speak facts, right? So when I was trying to encourage my Jehovah's Witness family and friends to do the research, right? I was coming to them with facts, not allegations, right? Facts. Because I'm thinking that, you know what? If I provide facts to these people, then maybe that will encourage them to do the research, right? So here's a fact, me telling them that, you know, guys, they've been saying that this is the last days since the late 1800s, since 1879 to be exact, right? Since the year 1879, they've been speaking about we are in the last days. Oh, it's right around the corner, right? They've been saying this for the longest. Now, when you say that to a Jehovah's Witness, you say, guys, haven't they been saying this for over 130 years? Why do we think that it's right around the corner any day now? If back in 1925, 100 years ago, people were born in this religion, they've been saying with that mindset, right? People were born in this religion with the same mindset in the year 1925, right? 100 years ago. They've been saying this for the longest time. We are right around the corner for over 100 years. What makes you think that we are now in the last days when they've been saying this for so long? Now, you say that to a Jehovah's Witness. They don't want to hear that because that's negative talk, right? But it's also real talk. Just because something is negative, just because you don't want to hear it, doesn't mean that it's false. But you see, Jehovah's Witnesses, they kind of feel like they have to lie to themselves. They have to convince themselves that this is real. Because a lot of people don't want to come to the conclusion that, oh, shoot, if this is not real, that means I invested all this time. That means I wasted years, decades of my life towards something that's possibly not real. So what do? They shun someone like me. They ostracize someone like me because I'm telling them something that they don't want to hear. But little do they know that it's for their beneficial. It's beneficial for them. It will be beneficial for them if they listen to me and they did their research. Because that's all I'm simply encouraging Jehovah's Witnesses to do, right? I'm simply encouraging them, guys, do your research. Do your research. Life is precious, life is short. If I'm encouraging you to do your research, right? And let's say that the research that you do, the research that you look upon, you stumble across and you realize, oh shoot, Jerron was telling me the truth the entire time, right? How would you know that your governing body leaders are lying to you or not? If you're only looking at information from jw.org, right? If that's your one and only source, how would you know if they are deceiving you or not? How would you know if you're not looking at other information? You would have no idea. You would just be lost in the source. You would be indoctrinated, waiting for this pipe dream, this paradise pipe dream for the rest of your life. If these governing body leaders are deceiving you and you only listen to them, you're only looking at research at jw.org, right? For one source. That means your entire life will be devoted towards men deceiving you, and you will have no idea because you are not thinking objectively. You are not thinking outside the box. You are not being open-minded. You're not being open-minded. Now, this past broadcast, March 2025 broadcast, right? One of the, I believe he's either a governing body leader or a governing body leader assistant, right? But he's pretty much, he gave a talk about, he was encouraging people to not pursue higher education, right? Now, us ex-witnesses, we know why they have to put that out there. They have to encourage Jehovah's Witnesses not to pursue higher education. They have to. You know why? Because the minute you start to think for yourself, the minute you start to think critically, right? And if you go to school, if you pursue higher education, you're going to think critically. You're going to become a more intelligent individual. You're going to think outside the box. And you're going to start to connect the dots. You're going to start to realize, oh, shoot, I am in a cult. This is what happens when you pursue higher education. You become more intelligent. You start to connect the dots, you read between the lines, and you realize that you are in a cult. That is the very last thing this organization wants you to do, is to become a critical thinker. You see, the Watchtower and Track Society, they cannot control someone like me because I am a critical thinker. I overthink. In fact, I live in the future. I live in the future, which is both a blessing and a curse, right? Because I am trying to be more grounded. I am trying to live in the present more, but it's also good to think long term. And that's something that Jehovah's Witnesses fail to do. Not one Jehovah's Witness that I approached when I was trying to encourage them to do the research, not one of them said, you know what, Jaron? I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to do my research because I don't want to waste my entire life on this pipe dream. And it's sad. Oh my God, it's so sad because when I think long term, right? 50 years from now, the year 2075, right? 50 years from now, it's going to be so many Jehovah's Witnesses buried in a grave, deep down, 6 feet under in a grave. They're going to be dead, dying because they wasted their entire life. They decided to waste their entire life on a pipe dream, and they're all going to have to come to the conclusion one day, oh shoot, I gave my entire life to this organization, and now I am looking at death. It's going to be a whole bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses in the grave 50 years from now. It can be so many. I think about all the Jehovah's Witnesses in their 20s right now, and in the year in 50 years, in the year 2075, they're going to be in their 70s, wondering why paradise is not here. I'm already in the future. When I pass away, I'm not going to have any regrets. That is why me personally, I could never be a PMO. That's me personally. Because I said to myself, I'm not wasting my precious life pertaining to be a witness, knowing that this is not real. We have one life to live. Why would you waste your life, this precious life, being fake? For Jehovah's Witness family and friends that will shun you in a heartbeat if you told them the real truth? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Sorry. Can't do it. Won't do it. Life is too short for that. I would rather be shunned by everyone and tell them, hey guys, this is your future. Your future is Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. Meetings, preparing for meetings, going out in service. That's your future for the rest of your life to the day that you die. You could block me, you can shun me. That's cool. But I'm telling you what your future, I'm telling you what's going to happen in the future. So that when it does happen, when you look back, you have nobody to blame except for yourself. Because I warned you. I warned you in the past. In the past, you blocked me when I was telling you the truth. Now you have to spend the rest of your life on repeat, waiting for this paradise that's never going to happen. To the day that you die, you have to be on that I was going to say treadmill, but that wheel, that hamster wheel. There we go. You have to be on that hamster wheel for the rest of your life. Now, if you are a Jehovah's Witness watching this video, I believe last week there was a new broadcast, right? One of the David Splain. Here we go. David Splain. He made a video stating, oh, why do we have this new Rambo project if the end is right around the corner? That is a logical question, Jehovah's Witnesses. Why are they building? That should be a red flag for any witness with a brain. Why are they building if this is supposedly the last days? The end is right around the corner, supposedly, right? Where is paradise? Why are they building? No one should have to waste their entire life on a pipe dream. You see, it's easy to be a Jehovah's Witness, right? Just like it's easy to indulge in junk food. But what happens when you indulge in junk food every day? It's detrimental to your health, right? Just like being a Jehovah's Witness. It's so easy to be a Jehovah's Witness, right? Just like it's easy to indulge in junk food. But what happens to a Jehovah's Witness in the long run? Yeah, you have your association right here. You have the conditional, the fake love. It's not real love. It's fake love from people that only like you if you believe in what they believe in, right? And they give you some type of fulfilling some void, right? You may be lonely and you approach Jehovah's Witnesses, they love bomb you, you feel like you belong somewhere, right? But what happens to you in the long run? Let's go to the future. In the long run, what happens when paradise doesn't happen and you are in your 80s or 90s and you have to come to the conclusion that you wasted your entire life waiting for this paradise dream, this paradise pipe dream that never happened? What happens then? Are you ready? Are you ready to look yourself in the mirror in the next 50 years and come to the conclusion of, oh shoot, I wasted my entire life on this paradise pipe dream that never happened. My entire life is gone. I devoted my entire life to this organization. They promised me paradise. I am now an elderly person looking at death in the face. Death is around the corner, not paradise. Paradise is not around the corner. Death is around the corner. Are you prepared to look in the mirror? Are you prepared for that? That is why, me personally, I could never be a PMO, because life is way too short for that. Yes, it hurts to be shunned by your family and friends, but you know what hurts even more so? Wasting your entire life on a pipe dream, being a slave of a man-made organization, wasting precious time that you can never ever get back. Everyone that shunned me, my mom, my two brothers, all those Jehovah's Witnesses that block me and shun me, they're gonna have to come to those grips. They're gonna have to come and they're gonna have to look in that mirror. They're gonna have to face the music in the future when they realize that their entire life flashed before them and this paradise never came. I don't comprehend how Jehovah's Witnesses right here, right now in the year 2025, how they refuse to think objectively, how they refuse to think outside the box. They would rather block me, shun me, ostracize me than to do their research that will wake them up from this cult so that they could live the rest of their lives as free, authentic individuals. Guys, I don't get it. I don't get it. And you know what I say to myself? If witnesses rather listen to, 10, 11 governing body leaders over people like me, who are just simply encouraging them to do their research, if you rather listen to 10, 11 men in upstate New York that you would never ever meet, then you reap what you sow. When you leave this planet, when you realize that paradise is not around the corner, you're wasting your entire life on this pipe dream, that's on you. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. You decided to listen to governing body men over your family and friends who left this religion because we did our research, then you reap what you sow. And it's sad that witnesses would rather waste their entire life on a pipe dream than to do their research that will wake them up right here, right now. I don't get it. I would never comprehend it. But you know what? For all of us that has woken up from this cult, continue to live your life authentically, because we have one life to live, guys. And that's all I have for this video, guys. I love you guys. If you are a Jehovah's Witness watching this video, I am an ex-member. I love you. I don't hate you. I love you. All I want you guys to do is to research so that you can be free. And I will see you guys on the next video. Take care.